Welcome in the kitchen. So glad you're here. We're going to do some freezer cooking today. But first, if y'all can hit that subscribe button, perfect. Thank you, thank you. Only hit it one time. And hit the thumbs up button. That's wonderful too. I want to make some flour tortillas. We love homemade flour tortillas. But to make them every time we have Mexican, which is like twice a week, it's a job. And it makes me not want to cook Mexican as much because I'm like, oh, I got to make these tortillas. They're real easy to make, and they're not hard. They just take some time. So the way to combat that is to make you a great big batch, put them in the freezer, get them out, stick them in the microwave, thaw them out, get them really good and soft again, and then use them. Easy peasy, right? Yeah, so today we're going to make some flour tortillas. You've probably got everything you need to make these in your pantry. They are so simple. You only need like 4 or 5 ingredients. You need all-purpose flour. You need salt, baking powder, warm water, and oil. That's it. That's all you need. And I'm going to double this recipe because, set something under y'all there, because I want to make a lot. So in our mixer, can y'all see my mixer? I think you can. All right, I'm going to move some of this stuff out of your way so you can see. I'm going to move y'all up here close. I'm going to add 6 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay. I'll scoop this and dump it just like this. 1. And if you don't scoop your flour like this, it will make a difference in what you're cooking. I mean, you'll have to add more liquid. So always kind of fluff it so that it's not packed and scoop it. And never ever shake it down. Is that 3? Y'all counting with me? That's 3. We need 3 more. 4. 5. Oops. 6. There's our 6 cups of flour. I'm just going to use that right there to kind of make a little well in the middle of this. Okay. Set that out of our way. Now then, we'll get a dish rag and wipe up that flour because it just looks messy and it bothers me. Try to clean as I go. That way it's not such a, you don't have a lot to do when you're done then. Okay, now then we need 1 teaspoon, so I need 2 teaspoons. It's a tablespoon. I need 2 teaspoons of salt. Right in the middle there. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Or 1 if you're making a single batch. Alright, we've got that in and we've got that in. Now I'm going to mix this up just a little bit to get that baking powder and salt kind of distributed. And I've got right here 2 cups of warm water. And to that, I'm going to add 2/3 of a cup of oil. Make this come up to where it says 2/3. Right there. Alrighty. Now then, see it's still kind of got that well in the middle. I'm just going to add all this right here, right into the middle of that. One time. Just dump and go. We'll turn this on so we can start coming together. And it's going to pick that flour up from the sides as it mixes. I'm going to let y'all watch it. Okay. Now then, see how that's kind of stretchy there? A little bit of flour on my fingers so it won't stick to me as I... All right, now then, we're going to take this over here. I'll take y'all with me. Here we go. All right. Now then, can y'all see? I believe you can see my work surface. I went and bought me a silicone mat instead of my flour sack towels because it had the circles on it, so I know how big to make my tortillas. All right, now then, I'm going to dump this out here. See, it's still got some flour in the very bottom that it never picked up. So I'm going to just knead this up just a little bit. That dough feels very nice. Okay. This should yield about 30 or so tortillas. So that'll, be 3 or 4 meals for us. Maybe 5 if I don't use but 6 at a time. All right. Just a little bit of flour over it so it won't stick as I flip it over here. Now we got to cut this. That's what you want. You want it to be soft, but you don't want it to be sticky. And this is soft, but it's really not sticky. See, it's not sticking to my hands. All right, now then. Let's see. Let me see if I can do it like this. Kind of roll it a little bit. Get it to the size I want it. All right, now then, let's cut it in 2. Cut each one of these in 2. All right. I'm going to cut each one of these in 2. All right, now then, I'm just going to roll these in a little ball, just like this. These are more of a big ball, aren't they? That's okay. I want my tortillas to be pretty good size because that way you don't have to eat but 1 instead of 2 of something. That one is very large. I'm going to pull some of that off. This one is also very large. Not made in a factory either. Okay. Now then, going to go over here and turn this on to about medium. Iron skillet on about medium, okay? And we're just going to start rolling. So you want to roll from the center and roll it both ways, front and back. And you want to turn it. So I've got enough flour down there so that it will turn. Ah, it tore a hole in it. Let's start all over with this one. Okay. Now then, guess I didn't have enough flour on my rolling pin, did I? Roll it that way, and then turn it. You want to turn it about an eighth or a quarter of a turn each time. Now I'm going to flip it over. And I just do mine this way rather than... I'm going to try to get them to 8 inches, okay? Because you want them thin. You just pull it out to that circle, just like that, on your mat. These are not hard to roll, y'all. This dough is very soft, but not sticky. I'll show y'all how thin these are in just a minute. Matter of fact, this one's going to make one probably 9 inches, 8.5, 9, maybe 10 inches. But like I said, I like mine to be big. All right, and I'm going to bring y'all over here to the stove. Right here. I'm going to push y'all back here, and then I'm going to zoom you in, okay? Now then, y'all can see right in there to the skillet. And I've got this handy dandy thermometer that will tell me what the temperature is. It needs to be 450 degrees. So it's got another minute or two to go. Okay, I'm going to wipe this mixer off. It needs a whole bath, not just a wiping. I'll get it here in just a little bit. When I get to cleaning up, I'll come over here and give it a bath. So tortilla number 1. And look how thin it is. Look how thin that is. See? And you just put it down there in a skillet. Mine's not round. I know. And you let it cook there. You don't want it up very high. I cannot stress that enough because they'll burn. You want them just to have bubble at the top and have just a few little brown spots on the bottom. You all bought tortillas. You kind of know what they look like. They've got little tiny brown spots on them. And they will puff up. They will also lose their shine as they cook. You want to cook them maybe a couple of minutes. Here you can see it starting to bubble up. I want y'all to see that. All those good bubbles. See those bubbles? That's what you want. You want it to bubble like that. That is absolutely perfect. See, it's got big bubbles. All right, now then, let's flip it. Mine didn't have quite enough little brown specks on the bottom. It did have some. And I just lay mine out on a cooling rack. Here's my cooling rack, just a wire rack. I'm going to lay it over here behind you all. Serve them just with butter. They're good that way. Or cinnamon sugar. This one is a little better. I'll let it cook for just another second or two on that side. Okay. Now then, I'm going to turn this off because I'm going to go over here and make the rest of these. And then, well, I'm not going to turn that off. I'm going to leave it turned on because I'm going to go over here and roll out the rest of these, make them. And I'll be back when I'm ready to package them up and put them in the freezer and show you all how they are, okay? Okay, well, here we go. I lost my voice on the video, but you saw me cutting up just some plain sheets of parchment paper. Look how soft these are after they've cooled. And I just cut little random squares, and I'm going to stack them with parchment paper between them. They've cooled very well. They've been cooling for a couple of hours or 3, and I'm just stacking them just like this. And they're all random sizes and they're all random shapes. But y'all know that's okay. They didn't have to be perfect. So we're just going to stack them here, and then I will package these either 5 or 6 to a freezer bag. And that's what we will typically use for one meal. So this is what we do. We just stack them up here and just like this. Some of them are a little thicker. It's just a matter according to how you rolled them. Some you rolled a little thinner, I'm sure. Don't know why I laid that one to the side, but I did for some reason. Then we're just going to continue to stack. So those papers were a little small. Some of these are a little larger. There, that one's a little smaller. And then we're back to some that are larger again. We're just about there. I think we got one more. There we go. We got one more. Now then, I'll put one on the top there. And get us outside. I did not put these in food saver bags. I could have. But they won't be in my freezer that long. So I just decided just to go ahead and use Ziplocs. I'm counting them out there, about 5 or 6. See how many I've got total, and then I'll divide it out. I think I end up with maybe 3 bags of 6 and 2 of 5 or something like that. I'm not sure that I got 4 or 5 bags out of this. So here I'm just going to count out 6 and then get another piece of parchment. You want parchment top and bottom, or at least I did. You don't have to. You don't even have to put parchment between them. I just find it's a little easier to get them apart if they've got that parchment between them. There we go. We're going to add that one right there on the top. Alright, here we go. We're just about finished. I'm counting them off there. Got one more bag full, I think. Andy's turned my lights off. He had to even turn them back on. He loves to come turn my lights off. Alright, that's the last bag. And there you go. That's it. So y'all remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a video. That'll be all for this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.